Hello, I am
Hi.
Dr. PPP. Amen, Amin, Namaste, Assalamu alaikum. I'm humbled, honored, privileged, blessed, and super excited to have the celebrity conversation from all the way from Dil Pakistan. None other than the celebrity dentist Dil Pakistan has ever created. None other than Dr. Amara Latif. So Amara Latif is going to take my interview actually. Okay, so go ahead, ma'am. Next 20 minutes is for you. Go ahead,
Thank
ma'am.
you, Parveen. Thank you for this privilege and thank you for giving me your precious time and for being here. And thank you for sharing this positive space with me of learning, communicating, and growing together. So,
Thank
ladies
you.
and gentlemen, we have this great person, the celebrity guru, who believes in connecting the world and making it one village, one family, full of love, care for each other. Let's welcome Parveen. So, Parveen, first of all, please do let us know about yourself, your childhood, where this great person was brought up, and everything about your childhood and your introduction. Thank you.
Sure. Great question. Hello, I am Dr. PPP. I am the Celebrity Guru award winning author of the book, You Are the Celebrity. I'm the marathon man who ran only 16 full marathons, about 700 kilometers, Alhamdulillah, by God's grace and your blessings. I'm the Himalayas Guru climbing the Everest, the Himalayas by God's grace and your blessings. I'm 2 times Canadian, 6 times international, Guinness World Records award winning author of total 9 books by God's grace and your blessings, Alhamdulillah. I'm humbled, honored, privileged, blessed, and super excited to have myself with none other than Dr. Amara from Dil, Pakistan, the celebrity dentist from Dil, Pakistan. I born in world's one of the beautiful country called Mother India's beautiful province called Gujarat, which gave Mahatma Gandhi to the world. That Mahatma Gandhi's province, Gujarat's small village called Julasan, which gave NASA astronaut Sunita Williams to the world. I born in the family where in the temple street there were 2 temples and still there are 2 temples. In my village there are 100 plus temples, but the biggest temple of my village is Muslim goddess temple, Dolama temple. Even though in the history of 1,000 years history of my village, only Hindu people lived. So since my childhood, spirituality in my blood, vein, artery, nerves, soul, mm, everywhere. My parents were spiritual, my relatives, everybody were spiritual. The whole village was spiritual. Without going to the temple, nobody is going to eat. You know what I mean? That was spirituality in my village. In my area. And then so the seek for spirituality. In the beginning, I born in Hindu family, and I see always Hindus. I everywhere Hindus, so I have no idea about other religions. But then when I went to the medical college, and I've seen Muslim also practicing religion in Hinduism. Yes. So then my vision about spirituality expanded. Like, oh, there are more religion than beyond the Hinduism. Even though Hinduism, there are so many more religions in the religion Hinduism too. So my heart to seek the spirituality became more and more and more and more. And then Rihan Allah about 4 years ago came to my mind, to my space through Facebook. And then yeah, I have met. Thousand and thousand and thousand souls, beautiful souls, Ammi, Abbu, soul sister, soul daughter, soul mother, soul father, soul brother, soul sister from Del, Pakistan. And I have to know more about, Islam, in my neighboring country, and then through Rehan Allah also people from, internationally also lots of people came into my contact, and then yeah, so that's my journey a little bit. Yeah.
Thank you, Parveen. It's nice knowing about your journey and about your childhood. Interestingly, we have a city named Gujarat in Pakistan as well, and a very famous story of Soni Maiwal. It belongs to Gujarat. So I do invite you that do visit Pakistan and do visit this city, beautiful city, Gujarat as well. That is the city of lovers, eternal love.
Oh,
Okay.
I heard about Siri Farhad, Ranjai, but I never know they were from
Sorry.
Gujarat. That's beautiful.
Oh
Good
yeah,
to know.
Heer Ranja.
Here,
Here I'm faulting. Yes, Heer Ranja. Yes, they were from. Heer was from Gujarat, and Ranja came from another city, and then the story began. Yes.
beautiful. Wow. Wow. City of love. Good to know. And thanks for
Yeah.
your invitation. And most welcome. You're most welcome, Canada too. Beautiful country.
Okay. Let's go a little bit more on with you on your journey. After becoming a doctor, that in Indo-Pakistan or in our South Asia is considered a dream degree. Everyone, they either want to be a doctor or engineer or pilot, and that's it. Story finishes here. Or at least 40, 50 years back, that was the epitome of success for the child that parents used to dream. So after becoming the doctor, how come this celebrity guru and coming into spirituality? And are you still pursuing your profession as well? Or what is the story behind it? Do enlighten us about it.
Sure, Dr. Amara, that's a great question. Spirituality is since my childhood, since my blood, So even I was in my teenagers, like early teenagers, maybe around 13 or 14, I told my father that I'm going to become the biggest spiritual guru the world has ever created. Right? That I was told when I was even 13, 14, right? And my father said, son, you are the lighthouse for our family. So that was the emotional blackmail. Same father who taught the lessons of spirituality. I learned the spirituality a lot through my father, but same father emotional blackmail me, right? And then my father's dream to make me become the doctor. So to live my father's dream, I sacrificed my dream to become the spiritual guru. I sacrificed my childhood dream, like when I was in grade 2 or 3, that was my dream, first dream to become the pilot. That also I sacrificed. Then, I love mathematics since my childhood, and mathematics and engineering goes together. So I said, okay, I'll become the engineer. But then all those dreams I sacrificed because, my father wanted me to become the doctor. So then what happened is when I went to the medical college, my father was happy because I was living his dream. But then for me, I thought I got inferiority complex because of English. Because, in my up to grade 12, I studied my mother tongue, which is in Gujarati, all these courses, all these grade up to grade 12. And suddenly all these big, big books of medicine came in English. So I felt inferiority complex because of English. Also, when I went to the grade after grade 12, when I went to the hostel, after grade 10, when I went to the hostel about 40 kilometers from my village, I felt homesick. Even though like 40 kilometers, I was close to my home, living in the hostel. And then when the medical college, I went about like 400 kilometers from my village, which is in Surat. So I can you imagine like the boy who became homesick after 40 kilometers from his village, that was started to living like 400 kilometers from, 10 times more. So I felt more homesickness. So that was also another reason. And I was not living my dream. I was living my father's dream. So, I was not interested, into medicine. All the lectures of professors, was going from above my head. Nothing goes from here, or even the goes from here, it was coming out from another ear. So then for surviving, I was going to watch the movies because, since my childhood, my uncle has the Bollywood theater. So Bollywood taught me the wildest dreamer. My father taught me the wildest dreamer, right? So for surviving, I started to watch movies like, two movies, three movies in a day. One day, I remember, I watched DDLJ, Dilwale Dulhania Le Jayenge movie in one theater. Another theater, I watched Yarana movie, Madhuri Dixit, Chennai Ke Khet Mein Wala song, if you remember that one. Also in the third theater, I watched another movie. So three movies in three different theaters I watched in a day, in one day. And the fourth movie I went just to the washroom, just to the washroom. So that kind of, I was so much, into Bollywood because my heart was not into medicine and I was not able to say to my father because my father is like, Thakur Khush hua, shabash ye dega, that kind of, difference was there, like a military kind of, personality. Uh, so that was there, and yeah, but see, uh, So then while going to the movie theaters, watching the Bollywood movies, then I also get the hobby of meeting those celebrities, like because Surat was like about like 400 kilometers from Mumbai, so lots of celebrities from Mumbai, Bollywood celebrities, cricketers, also like drama celebrities, they used to come, and I used to watch them, and they go over there. I used to cameras or like that. So yes, I used to take their autographs, and then I used to shake hand with them. Some celebrities, they give me autographs. Some celebrities could not give me autographs. Some celebrities if you watch my drama, then I'll give you autographs. You know what I mean? But I didn't have that much money for the drama. So all kind of storage I have. So I have autograph book, like big two autographs books. I have so many autographs, and stuff like that. But when I visit, those celebrities, and when I around with that aura, I'm in the different space. You know what I mean? I'm like in the different land. Like I enjoyed that moment so much, like and while meeting them, going to and all kind of celebrities like Hollywood, then Hollywood celebrities, Bollywood celebrities, celebrity cricketer, celebrity tennis player, celebrity award-winning author, celebrity entrepreneur, celebrity like spiritual leaders, you name it, right? And by God's grace, and alhamdulillah, right? He made it possible. And so this is how my journey. And then during my medical college, I was writing my autobiography, like late teenagers, I was writing my autobiography. And my father said, son, make your life so much big so people writes about you, you don't have to write. So that was a huge pull. My father is always into motivation, so much motivational space, right? And then about 15 years ago, Raymond Darren, the first publisher of my first book's publisher, came into my life. I took his book writing program, and my first book came. So now for my title of my first book, I said, man, what should be the title of my first book? What should write about? You know what I mean? And then I said, man, in my life, whatever I did, met all the celebrities. So that's how, You Are the Celebrity title came, how to become famous. And then, yeah, I wrote in my book how I met Mr. Modi, how I met the presidents, of Mr. Bill Clinton. I was in India, and it was my dream to meet Mr. Clinton. I was in India in 1991 or two. Mr. Clinton was the prime president of USA. And then, I said, man, one day I will meet Mr. Clinton. At that time I was in India, and then God made possible. Not only met, he like, gave the hand for me to shook with him. You know what I mean? I didn't ask to shook hand with him, but Mr. Clinton gave me the hand first. Like, okay, I would love to shook hand with you. You know what I mean? He autographed me his book, and like that, and yeah, rest is the history. So things do happen, like believe in your wildest dream. and अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह ऊपर वाला पूरा करता है आपके सपनों को.
यानी आपके इस कन्वर्सेशन से हमें दो बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट लेसन्स मिलते हैं. एक तो आपके फादर को, आपके वालिद को सल्यूट who gave this great advice that be the one जिसके बारे में किताब लिखी जाए. It gives us that light that we should give big dreams to our kids so they can achieve big. And second thing is the power of manifestation, that you manifested meeting Mr. Clinton, and it happened the way you wanted it. So it's a lesson for all of us that we need to believe in ourselves and we need to have big dreams. Through your conversation, yes, there was a point that I would like to highlight for my audience as well. As I was into teaching medical students for 10 years.
Ah,
And I always used to emphasize this thing that only the person who is willing to serve in medicine field, they should choose this field. And
absolutely.
no parents should force their kids, because this field carries so much responsibility with it. It's impossible to do it without passion. Like,
Yes.
I consider myself lucky that when I do my procedures, I feel happiest because I love this thing. It was my choice. But all of us, we are different. So the message for parents is never to force your kids. Let them go and let them grow in the things which they are inclined to. And especially medicine field, it cannot be according to parents' wish. It should come from within of the child. Only then they can excel. So yes, great advice from you, and it's great learning time from you as well. So now tell us, there is one thing, it is a bit tricky that, but let me touch it. We people from India and Pakistan, when we meet on individual levels, we are always considerate, loving, empathetic towards each other. And but I have seen throughout my childhood, I was brought up in Abu Dhabi, and we had that India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, and many multicultural kind of environment. And all of us, we were friends, we were eager to know about each other. But yet, when we see on the states level, it's never that love and empathy for each other. So, what is the way that this love from people we can transfer it to the state level, where our states, they can be friendly, they can be good neighbors, and they can be considerate towards each other? In your experience, what you suggest for a common person to do something that can bring us closer to each other?
That's a great question, and that's a great desire. Absolutely. See, when you travel in the airplane, right? You leave your city, your village, your country, your town, and you go to the airport. Then when you're at, it started, let's say, departing the plane, your city becomes like the dot. And then even though that your dot is gone, then your state become like the dot. You know what I mean? Then your country like become the dot. You know what I mean? And then you see another countries like that. So if you have that kind of equal kind of vision compared to that one, you know what I mean, then where are the boundaries? You know what I mean, where are the boundaries, right? Like Allah created the whole universe, God, Allah, or whatever the faith you believe. Allah created whole universe. So Allah didn't make those borders like, okay, this is India, this is Pakistan. Like 1947 the border were created. Otherwise, like, your great fathers, and my great fathers were living in one country, Hindustan, India, Bharat, right? You know what I mean? So we were neighbors. We not even neighbors. We are one. You know what I mean? Like, yes, before 1940s, after 1947, okay, English people said, okay, this is India, this is Pakistan, whatever. I'm not going into the, into that. But see, before 1947, there was no line. Even right now, even you don't know exactly where is the line for exact line for Pakistan, exact line from India. I don't know even exact line of border for India and Pakistan. You know what I mean? Like the last 73 years, what's happening right now? I mean, still we didn't know, right? So, Vasudha Kutumbakam. In Hinduism, one of the quotations is called Vasudha Kutumbakam. Vasudha means the world. Kutumbakam means family. Whole world is family. One world, one family. You know what I mean? Then who am I to say, like, I'm only the Indian? Who am I say to say only I'm the Canadian? Who I'm only say, like, to say I'm only this? What I mean, like, you are the whole ocean. Why are you dividing yourself into the river? You know what I mean? Like, you are whole ocean. Claim that you are the ocean, right? Like, go into the well, like saying I'm the only the well. You know what I mean? Right? So this is what it is, right? And what's the color of your blood, Dr. Amara? Red, right? Same thing with here. You know what I mean? Right? Yeah. Like, बनाने वाले ने कुछ डिफरेंस नहीं किया है, तो आप और हम कौन होते हैं डिफरेंट करने वाले? कि भाई, मेरा रिलीजन बड़ा है, आपका छोटा है, मेरा कंट्री बड़ा है, आपका छोटा है, मैं वेस्टर्न कंट्री में हूँ तो मैं बड़ा हूँ, आप माना ईस्टर्न कंट्रीज में हो तो आप छोटे हो, मैं डेवलप्ड कंट्री में हूँ, कनाडा में हूँ तो मैं बड़ा हूँ, आप माना डेवलपिंग कंट्री में हो तो आप छोटे हो, मैं माना फर्स्ट वर्ल्ड कंट्री कनाडा में हूँ, नॉर्थ अमेरिका में हूँ तो मैं बड़ा हूँ, आप माना थर्ड वर्ल्ड कंट्री पाकिस्तान में हो, आप माना लाइक कौन होता हूँ मैं और कौन होते हो आप? तो अपने आप को छोटा कर समझने वाले, छोटा कहता है आप छोटा हो, वो उसका भी गुनाह है, और मैं छोटा हूँ और समझते हो, वो भी आपका गुनाह है।
Very true. And you put it very well, and told us that yes, that's how it should be. that these boundaries and everything, these are just for our recognition that we belong to this area, and that's it. But having that grudges and stuff for each other, that is not going to take us anywhere. And for the peace of ourselves and the peace of people around us, peace of the area and the peace of the world, we need to win over these differences and move forward and support each other. So, sir, what are your future goals? What are the manifestations which are yet to come true, and the Parveen is working on them?
Those are great questions again. Yes, to come to Pakistan, for sure, and give lots of japia hugs, and going to Pakistan universities, lots of universities, almost every city, every countryside, of course, to climb the K2 mountain, which is, Pakistan has second tallest mountain in the world and the deadliest mountain, even the more deadliest than even the Himalayas. That's what people say, right? So to climb K2, to meet Rihan Allah Wala, of course, meet thousand and thousand celebrities from almost every cities of Pakistan, every village of Pakistan. Also to climb the Everest, that's also one of my wildest dreams. To write about 100 books only, you know what I mean? So I'm up to 9 so far. So yeah, it's like, दिल है छोटा सा छोटी सी आशा आसमानों में उड़ने की आशा तो बस यही है ऊपर वाला सपन देता है और मैं अपने आप को बस वाइल्ड स्ट्रीमर कहता हूँ और वाइल्ड स्ट्रीमर अवेकन करता हूँ लोगों के अंदर के सपनों को कि भाई मैं कर सकता हूँ तो आप भी कर सकता कर सकते हैं ठीक है ना जो भी आपका सपना है आप अपना सपना जिए ठीक है ना तो वही बात है दैट्स इट मेरा सपना था एक दफा नॉर्थ अमेरिका में आना ऊपर वाले ने ला दिया मेरा सपना था बुक लिखना ऊपर वाले ने लिखवा दी बुकें मेरा सपना था मैराथन दौड़ना तो 16 मैराथन फुल मैराथन हो गई सो बस सपना देखो ऑफ कोर्स देखने के बाद surround with like-minded people, and then action भी करना है because in Hollywood, Bollywood पहले कहते lights, camera, then actions because doesn't matter जितने भी सपने देखो मगर एक्शन नहीं करोगे तो रिजल्ट जीरो ही आएगा ठीक है ना हमारे पास अब 3 मिनट है डॉक्टर अमारा
आप जहाँ तक पहुँचे, डेफिनेटली आपने अपने बहुत सारे फियर्स को विन ओवर किया होगा। ओनली देन यू आर हियर। हम सब के अंदर बड़े सपने होते हैं, लेकिन उन बड़े सपनों से पहुँचने से पहले बहुत से डर हमें डरा देते हैं, जिसकी वजह से हम बहुत सारे मुख्तलिफ स्टेप्स पे रुक जाते हैं। आप हमें और हमारे ऑडियंस को क्या टिप देंगे कि किस तरह से दे कैन विन ओवर दोज फियर्स, दोज हर्डल्स, जो दिल में इस तरह के ख्यालात आते हैं कि इट्स इम्पॉसिबल टू डू और आई कैन नॉट डू इट, और यही हमारा रास्ता रोक देते हैं। हाउ टू विन ओवर दीज एंड अचीव व्हाट वी रियली वांट और व्हाट्स आवर कॉलिंग?
ग्रेट क्वेश्चन तो पहले तो अपने वो ईमान है वो अल्लाह भगवान राम उनको माने ठीक है ना जो जिसको भी आप मानते हो ठीक है ना सो हैव द फेथ राइट दूसरा है फाइंड आउट योर वाई कि भाई आपका वाई क्या है कोई भी सपना है तो आप ये क्यों करना चाहते हो और ऐसा वाई होना चाहिए कि आपको बच्चे की तरह इधर हंसाए और बच्चे की तरह रुलाए ऐसा वाई ना हो ना तो आपका वाई इनफ नहीं है ठीक है ना तो यही बात है अपने आप को जाने कि आप कौन है यार एक मना when you came in the womb uterus of your own mom there were 700 million sperm were ready to fertilize the egg womb of your own mom and out of 700 millions you came as the celebrity you are the celebrity जब आप इतनों से भी नहीं थे तब भी माना आपने वो दुनिया का सबसे बड़ा जंग आउट ऑफ 700 बिलियन स्पर्म थे उसमें से आपने वो कारनामा कर दिखाया अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह इंशाल्लाह बाय गॉड्स ग्रेस ठीक है ना तो आप तो मना देखो ना लुक एट यू आर द पावर हाउस ऑफ मल्टी ट्रिलियन हाउस यू आर द सेलिब्रिटी ठीक है ना तो आप वही हो तो अपना वाई देखे इसके बाद आप क्यों करना चाहते हैं ठीक है ना और ऐसा वाई होना चाहिए दुनिया को हेल्प करे तो बढ़िया है ठीक है ना हैव द अकाउंटेबिलिटी पार्टनर्स इन योर लाइफ कि भाई पूछे भाई एवरी वीक पूछे और एवरी डे पूछे कि ओके आपका आपने आपके सपना देखा कहाँ तक पहुंचे आज क्या किया वीक के बाद क्या करने हो नेक्स्ट मंथ का क्या प्लान है ठीक है ना तो सपने को माना गोल्स को माना मंथली गोल्स डेली वीकली गोल्स डेली गोल्स में वो उसको डिवाइड करके बिकॉज यू how you can eat the elephant by having the again मैं वेजिटेरियन हूँ वैसे तो मगर जस्ट वो मेटाफर देता हूँ कि एलिफेंट के 365 पीस ठीक है ना तो यही हाँ, तो बड़ा सपना है उसको छोटे छोटे गोल में करो, हैव मेंटर्स इन योर लाइफ, ठीक है ना। एंड या फेसबुक से बहुत सारे वो फेसबुक फैमिली, उनसे पूछिए आपने कि मैंने सपना देखा है, हाउ कैन यू अचीव, कैन यू हेल्प मी आउट टू अचीव, यू नो, आस्क 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 actually हम छोटा बच्चा क्यों, यू नो, they are why they get what they want, because you know छोटा बच्चा पापा के पास जाता है, पापा ना बोलते हैं तो मना, अबू ना बोलते हैं तो अम्मी के पास जाता है, अम्मी ना बोलती है तो ये वो नो दादा के पास, दद्दू के पास, दादी के पास, कुछ ना कुछ करके रोता है, हंसता है, ये करता है वो करता है, मगर अनटिल अनलेस यू नो वो अपनी वो चीज और जो भी मना चाहिए वो टॉय और आइसक्रीम और कैंडी, तब तक वो मना उसका पीछा नहीं छोड़ता है, ठीक है ना। मगर वही बच्चा बड़ा होता है, आई डोंट नो एनी हाउ फॉरगॉट आस्किंग, और मे बी whatever the reason, you know, fear of whatever the reason, ठीक है ना, तो कोई भी फियर और जो भी वजह से, सो जिसको फियर करो, जो डर गया समझो मर गया, वो सोना सुना होगा डायलॉग आपने, तो वही है। तो बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया आपका डॉक्टर अमारा जी, आई हैव टू गो, एंड बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया अगेन, यू नो, एंड दिस इज द वन ऑफ द बेस्ट celebrity conversation I have ever got in my life. Believe in your wildest dream, don't let anybody steal your dream, just do it now. If Trump can win, so can you. If Trump can lose, so can you. You're the celebrity, you're the celebrity life, you are the celebrity. And thank you so much again, my bottom of my heart, Dr. Amara, for इस नाचिस को इसके काबिल समझा कि मैं आपके साथ स्क्रीन शेयर कर सकूं।
थैंक यू,
शुक्रिया।
दिल से शुक्रिया आपका हमारे साथ रहने का, और बहुत अच्छे तरीके से हमें अपने साथ अपनी ज़िंदगी के सफ़र में लेकर चलने का। खुश रहिए और खुशियाँ बांटिए। हैव अ गुड डे। थैंक यू परवीन, एंड थैंक यू ऑडियंस।
अल्लाह
अल्लाह हाफ़िज़।